Virtual World's Best Practices in Education Organizational Committee instituted a new Personal Achievement Award to recognize an individual who has provided outstanding service to both the field of education and the virtual world community at large. Past recipients include Valerie Hill, fellow librarian in its second life, Cynthia Colon, Lyra Lobo, Andrew Wheelock, Spiff Whitfield, Alice Kruger, Gentle Heron, and of course the award namesake Selby Evans, our thinker. These five were around the conference over the past 3 days, generously sharing and supporting, and we hope you were able to attend the Above the Book with Phelan and Selby earlier today. Each are true collaborators and leaders. Please give them a big round of applause. Thank you. The Thinker Award is presented to an individual whose deeds and actions have shown consistent selfless service towards the promotion of learning, community, educational practices, and who exemplifies the spirit of cooperative development within immersive environments. Recipients of this Lifetime Achievement Award are not simply outstanding professionals in their field. They characterize transformational leadership qualities, which include envision and guide change, enhance the motivation, morale, and performance of others, promote best practices and continuous improvement, and inspire through their words and actions. One such individual, Barbara Truman, known across the metaverse as Delightful Duwangle, is our 2019 Thinker Award recipient. Barbara is a campus activist who became a VW champion. She dreams of being a VW architect to create the future while empowering others to do the same, especially for accelerating and incubating R&D to improve quality of life. Barbara has over 20 years of experience in U.S. higher education as an educator, scholar, administrator, and researcher. In these roles, she participated in national and state associations, made presentations, and published articles related to teaching and learning with mediated technology. And here are some links that you might go to see some of her work. Now, mostly for building institutional capabilities at the University of Central Florida, UCF, in Orlando, Barbara founded a department for online and blended programs, web services, and software. Barbara's passion for virtual worlds began in 2006 through the New Media Consortium, where she recognized VW potential. Participating in virtual world events made her a convert, committed to becoming a virtual world connectivist. She is a co-editor of 2 recent books about using virtual worlds to build identity and society. Her doctoral research conducted in virtual worlds explored why investing in immersive virtual communities using embodied avatars matters. Her study aligned transdisciplinary research with the MIT Presencing Institute and the National Cancer Institute Team Science Initiative. And here's some other links to help you look at her work. At UCF, Barbara is a researcher and graduate faculty member in the Institute for Simulation and Training, where she teaches using virtual worlds. She is an active researcher at Virtual Harmony and promotes immersive conferences, including the VWBPE, OSCC, and the Federal Consortium of Virtual Worlds Workshop. Aren't you impressed? She participates in the National Science Foundation X-Files Immersive Learning Community and serves in the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers ICICLE Extended Reality Working Group for Learning Engineering. Barbara also served as the community manager for the U.S. Army's Military Open Simulation Enterprise Strategy, MOSES, and as an advisor for the U.S. Air Force Immersive Learning Initiative. Her background includes instructional design, human performance technology, and computer science emerging media. It is for all these reasons and more that the VWBP Organizational Committee proudly confirms Barbara Truman, our delightful duangle, as the VWBPE 2019 Thinker Award recipient. Congratulations, Barbara.
Bravo, 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 bravo.
Thank you for the kind words, Ellie. And to say I was surprised to get the call about the award is an understatement. The predecessors of this award are inspirations to me. How I would love to be a librarian like Valabrarian. How I wish I could have coffee regularly as a geek with Spiff. How I wish to identify how to make everyday living more personally accessible with Gentle. And there are a few things I wish more than to have a wealth of spirit like Lear, so that when I grow up, I can be like Selby Evans, our thinker. What an honor to be recognized by colleagues and friends among this group. I feel truly humbled. This conference is a hallmark. Congratulations on the 12th anniversary of the VWBPE's inception. So many organizations have not figured out how to convene immersive events or sustain them. A personal goal I have is to help facilitate more events like this one for professional associations, universities and schools, governments, nonprofits, and grant funding agencies. My story at the University of Central Florida in Orlando relates to creating institutional support for online learning when most people thought it was impossible, impractical, and unaffordable. I was part of and built an amazing team that made it safe for mainstream faculty and teachers to engage in online and reach the students who needed better access. Everyone benefited and the institution transformed. It was unthinkable at UCF to require faculty to go it alone and figure out the learner support, content development, and delivery systems necessary for successful online learning. How I dream of seeing institutions rise to their leadership in society to overcome the barriers in providing virtual world learning as a ubiquitous network like the internet itself. I am convinced that the result will be improved teaching and learning, transdisciplinary research, and the ability to build smart, enabled campuses, cities, and communities. Like most of you, I see, know, and live in the power of possibility of these worlds. My life has been extended in surviving chronic illness through the spiritual inspiration found here. I hesitated in accepting the award for fear of not being well enough to participate in this conference and ceremony. Thankfully, it is because of the community outreach that I am well enough to do so. Now more than ever, questions haunt me. Have I done everything in my power to translate the usefulness of virtual worlds where I work and live? Do I comprehend what I must learn to make the most of the technology we now have? What can I do today to serve making new immersive software that builds on what we already rely upon? How does using virtual worlds help me build upon my strengths and manage my weaknesses? Do I fully comprehend the power I have using virtual worlds to create positive change among my sphere of influence? Am I helping my students become better people and leaders through using virtual worlds? Will my students continue to participate with me to build a next generation immersive learning ecosystem? Am I living fearlessly as an authentic person who integrates the virtual and physical worlds? Your help is appreciated in helping me to figure out these questions. I am convinced it is the communities of leaders and not just the technology that move us forward. It is a digital heritage for which I am proud to have the opportunity to make history, creating new forms of learning together. As you heard, I've been blessed with a wonderful career, but it is a highlight of my life to be among you who have taught me, shared resources, and helped me become a better person. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for the recognition of this award. I look forward to collaborating with you in the future, and all the very best.